Yeah. Good morning, shut-ins. What's I think? Check, check. Mine's working. Why isn't yours working?
Yo, 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 yo. There we go.
Huh, all right.
Now it's working.
Well, holy crap, people. Yeah, I think no, the mic is on.
Yo, yo, yo. Whoop, boop,
Yeah,
boop.
you're there. We're good. The mic is humming, huh?
There's a lot of weird stuff happening today.
Much better.
Today.
Yay! Well, holy crap. Sorry, folks. The last show ran long, and as usual, I was running long. Oh, and also, we were starting the show, and I didn't actually have a camera set up.
No
That's
camera, so we was just gonna do a morning radio talk this morning, but then we decided why not bring the camera out again. So you
give
guys
the
got lucky.
give the people what they want.
Yeah, JT was calling us out on our time reset. We know, JT. We know.
Yeah, I broke my tripod. I broke stuff this morning. Apparently,
Mike been lifting.
he was watching
He
me
was doing push.
do the
He be
tripod,
doing.
and I just like
He
broke
be
it into
doing.
pieces.
He be doing jailhouse push. He be doing jailhouse push-ups when I don't be around. The way he broke that tripod today, boy, he can do some damage now. Watch out, ladies. That tie trick might be a little rough.
I'm breaking stuff. Um, welcome everyone to the show. We really appreciate you being here.
Green General, what it do, baby?
So we actually have a really good show today. We have Jimi Devine, who's a cannabis columnist from LA Weekly. He's going to come on at 10:30. We have Ralph Greenberg. Um,
Whose mic is just a little crackly? Is the TV not on?
just a little crackle.
Oh, this
Oh
isn't
yeah,
plugged
you want
in.
to plug that thing in? Now we'll get your comment.
Good morning to my favorite fellas. I'm a little tired since Eric tricked me to work out this AM instead of sleeping after work, and he blew me off for his own beauty sleep. Wow. So I get called out for missing one day of workouts because yesterday was rough. Y'all don't understand what we went through yesterday. Two shows, full 1 hour drives. I wasn't waking up for working out this morning. It wasn't happening.
Does anyone else hear a little crackle? Is it me or Eric?
Yeah, which one is it? Y'all not even saying. Right. Hey,
Yeah, I guess
Kalia.
somebody on Instagram is saying that we need mic stands. I guess we need a mic stand
Good
sponsor.
morning to you, Kalia. I hope you having a wonderful day today.
Sounds like the end of the show.
Nah, I'm singing that for Rayanne's daughter. She's the prettiest. She's my friend. They taped her to a door. I seen the picture. It was terrible. It's like, get her down. Snap, crackle, pop. You guys are fine. We can hear you. Rebecca says we're fine, so we're fine.
Hey
I don't
Jimmy,
know,
hey
but I'm
Jimmy, we'll come to
enjoying
you in a few
those
minutes. I just
workouts
brought you on so I
because
can
I
line you
had
up.
two chins rather than. Oh, Rebecca, were you the other person that signed up for Ronnie's workouts? Did you like it? Actually, tell me about the workout. How do you feel? Are you sore? Cause I know I was after I did it. Must be Mike's killer tie rubbing against the mic. Ooh, okay, okay, okay. My ankle just did. You heard that? Good morning, Goldie. Miss Goldie. No, but I need to follow her on Insta. Oh, I thought you signed up. I know Jody signed up because she called me out for it this morning.
Yeah, a few people signed up for that workout video thing that you said you were going to be at.
Yeah, so apparently this is how it happened. A couple people signed up for Ronnie's workout. Ronnie's the lady that we had on Saturday, I believe, for the show, and she was telling all the stories about college and stuff. Yeah, so a couple people signed up for her workout, and apparently I was supposed to be there because people apparently thought that I was going to show up the first day after running these shows all over the weekend. But it didn't happen on Monday. But it's going to happen Tuesday, maybe.
Yeah, is it? Is it really?
We'll see. We got to see how the day goes. Some days I'm just a little more tired because, this body and this chocolate needs to rest sometimes. You know, being an exclusive candy bar, you gotta, you can't be touched and rubbed and tossed around all the time. You gotta just relax. So, I gotta relax sometimes.
Hmm.
Oh, tell Kalia I said thank you. I've been practicing my singing just for the occasion. Jody said, I'll call you out every morning you blow me off.
So, before we bring on Jimmy,
Cheryl said, I'll cut Mike's hair. That would be an interesting show.
hmm,
Ooh.
yeah, I do need a haircut really
Eric, if
badly.
you start slacking on working out, I'm going to start slacking. You have to be an example for me. That's what Cheryl said. Well, that gives me a little motivation to wake up tomorrow. I'll make sure I set an alarm. Most of the only reason why I don't get up is because I don't set an alarm, and then I be up most of the night, and then I fall asleep at 3 or 4, and then next thing you know it's 7 or 8. So gotta push out the lactic acid. Correct the mundo.
Hmm.
The chocolate lactic acid. I ate so many infused Brussels sprouts last night that I think I need a workout today. Infused Brussels sprouts. What? And you ain't share? And you ain't dry that 2 hours to give us some? I'm just playing, Heather Marie. Don't do that.
Um.
Green General said y'all might stand. My thumb game is strong, joint rolling and shit. Y'all stay chill. I'ma go plant more food. Have a good one, Green General. That's his name.
So we're about to bring on Jimi Devine, who's a cannabis columnist for the LA Weekly. But before we do that, we need to start our daily contest.
Uh-oh.
Daily contest.
I'm sure Scott's gonna have his input on this.
So Scott, the super fan, who we love,
Let's hear it,
is
Scott.
not happy.
Get in the comments, Scott. Let's hear it. I know you're pissed. Then you had garlic and maple seasoning on your Brussels sprouts and you didn't give us none. I don't know, Heather Marie. This block button is starting to look real good because I don't like to be teased. Just saying. No, I wouldn't block you. You won too many prizes.
She is our most storied contest winner. Um,
What's up, Rick? What do you do, Rick?
all right, so let's get the contest going, and then we'll bring on Jimmy because he's waiting totally patiently for us right now. It just took me a few minutes to set stuff up. I was trying to, as usual, as usual. All right, so today's contest is going to be infused jam from Healthy Futures Farms. So if you haven't yet, you need to go out on Facebook, find Healthy Futures Farms. I don't have the
April's gonna
graphic.
kill
I'll
us.
show it later. Yeah, she's going to kill us. This is award-winning jam from the Harvest Cup, or award-winning jam maker from the Harvest Cup this last year in Massachusetts. Won Best CBD Edible. This is infused jam. You guys have an opportunity to win it. What do we want to do for today? I was thinking maybe like favorite movie. Can you think of what your favorite? We'll just get it going.
Oh
Can you
yeah,
think
I
of what your
got my
favorite?
favorite movie.
All right, so today's contest, everyone, because we were going to get to Jimmy. He's been waiting really patiently for us, even though I think we're sort of on time for him. But clearly, not on time. Jimmy, just so you know, just before we get to you, Jimmy, I literally started the stream today and didn't have a camera. I didn't have a camera running, and I'm trying to be like, okay, I have my show opening going, and let me bring my us up to be ready, and there's a countdown going on the screen, and I look, and I don't have a fucking camera set up.
It was nothing.
And I'm like running outside in the rain.
And then
It was so stupid. It was so stupid.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was stupid. Eric got a crash course in like how to do a couple of things this morning.
I had to push the reset button and then call people out on how to not to
People
call
are so
out.
pissed,
Call
Jimmy.
us
People
out
are waiting for us to come on, and they're
reset.
watching the reset counter reset twice, and they were all pissed in the comments. It was really funny. But they're hardcore. They stick with us. So today's contest, Infused Jam from Healthy Futures Farms. You're picking Eric's favorite movie. Just comment in the comments. Scott, our super fan, is going to hate this, but that's what we're doing today. And you guys have a chance to win awesome award-winning
Award-winning.
It's one of our favorite prizes.
Strawberry
For those of you who don't know, we give away
jam.
prizes every single day. This is day 36. Yeah, Rebecca, so we know how many movies there are. It's not impossible.
It means
because
y'all
partway-
watching us getting older every day.
Partway through the show, he's going to give you a hint. No, no one's getting hints yet, people. You're not getting hints yet. It's too early.
Yeah, you don't get no hints. You just gotta
Just-
come. You
and
just
remember,
gotta
the
think
first person that
of what
guesses
kind
it
of
is
movies
gonna
I
get
like.
the jam. That's how our contest works. So have at it.
It
Have at
could
it.
be some, sad movie. It
Is
could
it, though?
be. It could be like The Notebook. You never know. The Notebook might be in my top 3.
Oh yeah, Scott. Oh, can you send Scott the answer now so he can be watching?
Oh yeah, Scott. I'll send
He-
you the answer.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Scott. Thank you. Scott's like, I don't want to be your super fan anymore.
Scotty too. Hoodie.
Shout out to Cushroom. We haven't brought his thing back yet. We have a
Scotty too hot. He gonna look at
Our
that
fun
answer and be
transition.
like, "What?
All right, so the contest is going.
Oh
Everyone
my god!"
have at it. Shout out to Rick, Jason, everyone else who's joining us. We appreciate you guys. We got a good crowd today. Damn. People are going at it. All right, so Jimmy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm good to go for sure.
Awesome. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, up first, we have Jimi Devine, who's a columnist with LA Weekly. He does a bunch of other stuff too. I'm sure he's going to tell us all about stuff, but he's been definitely keeping busy in a world where a lot of us have our jobs affected and stuff. But
I lucked out just to just to be clear about that. Like a lot of people in the cannabis media game have been hit hard over the past 6 weeks.
Oh damn.
I'm very thankful I'm here. Like, so shout outs to those homies trying to pay their rent and whatnot. Like, props to them. Like, it's tough right now.
Dude, welcome to the show. We really appreciate you. I'm a big fan
Is
of
that
your.
the Tobin behind you guys?
It is not. So
Okay.
we try not to.
No, it's-
Off camera, I'll tell you where we are. We actually have a lot of people in the
It's-
audience
it's-
that try to guess where we are.
Yeah, there's alligators in that.
Touche.
There's alligators in that lake behind us.
Yeah.
Touche. Well, a pleasure to chat with you guys, man. It's popping out here. Obviously, like, we're still doing it. Essential businesses. San Francisco was one of the first places locked down in the country, the Bay Area in general. So we were also the first place to declare cannabis an essential business. So it's catch-22, but hey, it's been a while. It's been a wild 40 days for sure.
And that's the medicinal dispensaries. Have you declared rec as essential?
No, it's always been rec here for sure. It was always a rec decision here.
So that's interesting because here in Massachusetts, it's medicinal only, and there's a bunch of folks that don't want to get their licenses because they're concerned for a number of reasons about getting their medicinal licenses, and so there's like a huge shortage right now.
1,000%. There's so many reasons not to get a medical marijuana recommendation for sure. It's sad because the reason it's like this out here is because when we legalized cannabis, a lot of people stopped getting doctor's recommendations. Why are you going to go spend a couple $100 a year for something that's legal now? So now we're in this situation where patients who didn't get recommendations because they didn't have to because of the legal market existing, wouldn't have access to their medicine if we weren't open. So that's what's happening right now in Massachusetts. There's a bunch of people that didn't get recs again because they knew they could just go to these various shops that have opened over the past few years, and now patients are stranded without their meds or being forced back to the black market.
Yeah, and they're doing curbside for medicinal. There's a lot of folks here that are like, there's a big push for, by the people who do the recommendations in Massachusetts to try to encourage people to like come and now get their medicinal card. But they're
trying to cash out. Like, yeah, of course. Like, I'm the only way you can get your pot right now. Come on by.
Well,
I know.
And like there's a rec dispensary out where we are, and while it was open every day, and this was even before the virus, like we would drive by on like a weekday morning and there were like lines out the door because there are that many people that just wanted to be able to show their ID.
Well, you guys kind of caught up, like, not to be a hater, but you guys it was already progressing to the point on the West Coast where people on the East Coast were like, oh, I should probably go stock up on weed. Like that. Yeah. So it's like the circumstances between those for that week before lockdown on the East Coast and that week before lockdown on the West Coast are very different. Like, we all woke up on St. Patrick's Day Eve, like, oh wait, what, we don't get to rage tomorrow? That came out of nowhere. Like, I can only imagine how traumatic that would have been there.
Well, and then like everyone buying their weed is now shut at home, and so they're like burning through it like crazy and
tough. Oh,
right.
Yes.
And then you're either like gonna turn to the black market or I guess cave in and get your medicinal card. The fucked up thing though too is that for rec dispensaries here, especially the ones that are just opening, especially small businesses, they're not declared as essential businesses, which means that they can't go in and like grow their cannabis, which means that they're going to like lose a quarter of their income. Like there's when we're talking about like the 90% of cannabis businesses that fail kind of statistic or whatever that percentage is these days, like this, at least in Massachusetts, there's going to be a bunch of people that have to close their doors.
It's going to be horrible. And this exact kind of situation is what promotes the consolidation of the industry as a whole. The more mom and pop business owners that fall out after this because they don't have access to things like SBA loans, the easier it is for the corporate entities to come and fill the vacuum that's going to be left by these people that put their whole life savings into trying to be a part of the cannabis industry. It's super tragic.
And very interestingly, I think it was yesterday, the Cannabis Control Commission came up
10%.
With the whole 10% thing, right? Which is really
crazy.
It's gonna open it up for big money, especially out of state. Which is I get it, it's business, but it's gonna really open it up to folks that are feeling desperate to basically have very little equity in their own business. Like they're going to use their economic empowerment status or social.
I think it's going to be important to note right off the bat that I can very strong convictions that the whole Cannabis Commission, Control Commission, did not agree on that. Like that's the exact opposite of everything I've been listening to Shalene Title say for the past couple of years. So I just wanted to get that out there real quick.
Yeah, and we love her. She's actually going to come on the show on Sunday.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, she's the best. She's one of the best activists in the game for sure, for a long time.
Yeah, so it's interesting here in Massachusetts because I think a lot of people too with how things have been lately are realizing that their recreational use of cannabis was really medicinally based, as really is with most of us, right? Like you smoke pot for long enough and then you go on vacation, you can't smoke it, and you realize, why am I so stressed out, or why am I anxious, or why am I angry, and you realize I've been smoking like recreationally for years, but really I'm also sort of like taking care of myself, like
sure. For sure.
It puts, whatever, for some people it peps them up, for some people it calms them down, for some people it like makes them be able to talk with people. And so right now there's like a ton of, at least out here in Massachusetts, there's a ton of people that are slowly losing access to cannabis, but yet the liquor stores are definitely considered an essential.
Yeah, it's wild. The argument there is people could go into withdrawal and die. Like nobody's going to go into withdrawal because they don't have a joint. And I think that's crazy. Like the whole thing's crazy. I would hope that they'd seek medical attention before that lack of vodka would put them down. But it's wild. It's wild. The arguments being used to keep cannabis prohibited in Massachusetts. Massachusetts has had one with, even when you consider all of the hiccups post 2016. The Massachusetts has one of the most rapid development cycles of cannabis policy in the past 12 years since was it question 8? Was that decrim? It's so long ago. I think it was 8. But yeah, when decrim hit in 08, more of us voted to decriminalize marijuana than for Barack Obama. So it's like the idea 12 years later that this isn't a major essential business to us is wild to me. Even though it's like, again, it's had its hiccups, it's not perfect. Plenty of other states have too. But the idea that access is being denied to this community that so wholeheartedly backed the idea of it in the first place is wild.
Yeah, it's it's an interesting ride, and we also have a couple of commissioners whose tenures are coming up, and we'll be looking at, I guess, new replacements for them. I believe Commissioner Title, and although Commissioner Title, I don't think has announced whether or not she's looking to come back. But and I forget, I don't know if it was McBride, but there's one other commissioner that has announced that they're leaving. So it should also be interesting to see who fills those positions when they finally come back around, because there's still stuff that needs to happen in Massachusetts. It's not just the process of, I don't know. I mean, I certainly not that the commission is responsible for it, but the commission is putting stuff into place that affects a lot of stuff that activists around.
There's a way. You got to say, like, if the commission's one of the legs that holds up the Massachusetts industry, whatever it dictates as policy and rules and all that. So even though it's 5 people, all of those 5 people get their own little chunk of the blame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and also, I mean, to be fair, they've also, they've made a lot of progress, and a lot of that has. I'm
just, nothing's perfect.
Yeah, and a lot of that has been good. We also had some interesting stuff with the city of Cambridge. With the RMDs that were suing the city of Cambridge. I'm not sure how much you've been able to. I know you're on the West Coast. So I don't know how much you've gotten.
I've looked a little bit into it. Cambridge. I know Somerville was tough too, right? Cambridge and Somerville?
Yeah, I mean, basically they were, so RMDs typically had the same access as economic empowerment applicants to be able to convert over to recreational. So for them to be able to do an internal lift and shift, open up a separate line or a door for recreation in their medicinal facility, they all had priority access the same as economic empowerment applicants or social equity applicants.
I don't even know if you can call them that anymore. Now, they literally changed the law to allow these people to be figureheads. Like they did the exact opposite in LA. They're like freaking out, having an audit, making sure that like big money isn't using these people to scheme their way into the game. And in Boston, they're like, hey, lower the bar. I'm blown away.
Well, it's interesting because there's sort of it looks sometimes like there's an effort to actually open up that that access through economic empowerment and social equity to like more people who might need it. But really what it's doing is just creating more loopholes for big money to have access to priority that they wouldn't have had otherwise.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like we look at like here in California, like when we passed Prop 16, we originally had these crazy caps that would have made it hard for a corporate entity to exist because the acreage limits would have been able to be distributed through over a lot more people. By the time the law was implemented, that cap was gone. So there's always a way. The business dogs are going to find a way in to make the most magic happen for themselves they can. But even in that, like you can't, like the flame speaks for itself. Quality only scales up so far. So if you're really doing it, like you can still beat off that, Wall Street hustle.
Yep. So Jimmy, I know you've been super active. I've been a fan of yours and following you for a while. You're super active all over the country within the cannabis community. Obviously with events, all getting postponed and more than likely canceled, it's really interesting, obviously out in the West Coast in California, rec is considered an essential business, so they're still able to run. But we're going to see we're seeing a big shift. Like all these events are getting canceled. All the social activity that we've all sort of become accustomed to having access to is like, I don't want to say it's evaporating. It's changing, but I mean Zoom meetings suck, right? Like
the communal aspect of cannabis that was a very big part of its development over the past X thousands of years,
right?
It is missing right now, and that definitely hurts everyone in general, be it the industry or the enjoyability of it, for sure.
Even like 420 this year was
tragic.
Like a weird, it's like a dystopian. It was like a dystopian 420, right? I mean,
I'm 20 minutes from San Rafael, the ancestral birthplace of 420 at San Rafael High School, where the Waldos met for the first time. And it's like seeing that helicopter footage of 420 of Hippie Hill in San Francisco with the two park rangers sitting on their ATV by themselves when there should be 15,000 people creating a cloud around them. Like it was a tragedy. It was so sad. And this was for me. My first game, because I was supposed to do the Coachella Desert Smoke Off 2. We had the first one last year, and we were getting ready. We were hyped. We had some killers lined up, and then that got canceled. And then I was supposed to do a cup crawl in San Francisco. We were going to go to the every club. Everyone was going to enter a strain. We were going to go to Hippie Hill and announce the winner on stage at 420. It was going to be dope, but got to keep these old people alive. Bless their hearts.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, no matter what, it's like it's screwing not just with old people, right? It screws with a bunch of us, and it would be awesome. It would be awesome to get back to like somewhat level of normalcy, right? But I'm at least hearing people saying like that even like the large scale events just might not be what they have been anymore, which is just weird to think about because it really affects sort of like the nature of a lot of the social activities that we, especially on a larger scale, right? Like anything with 50 or 100 people or more, like
it's crazy. It's crazy. Like if we hadn't closed the White House pandemic office, would we be watching LeBron dunk right now? These are the questions we have to ask ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, well, so there are and by the way, like, so it's interesting because we see other parts of the world that sort of handled it more quickly or more effectively than we did, and they're starting to open back up.
97 deaths in Tokyo, the biggest, most densest city in the world. Like, but they were already wearing masks all the time.
Right.
So there's these counterpoints,
Well, and then we have here in the U.S., folks are already talking about like opening stuff back up, and like it. By the way, like
you saw those beaches in Southern California yesterday. It was crazy.
Wait,
it was crazy.
Were they packed again?
Oh, they were hammered. So what it was LA County beaches were closed.
Okay.
North and Ventura and Orange, I believe, weren't. So there's just these helicopter footage of these packed beaches. It's insane. And we've been doing pretty good, generally speaking, given the circumstances. They say California's crushed the curve and whatnot, but when you see those beaches, or you see that house party in Chicago, like I don't know. I'm worried. I'm a little stressed. I think it's a team effort to kill them. We're trying to kill this thing together, right?
Yeah, it's I mean, the no matter what you think about, like,
It was like the
no matter what anyone thinks about, like, the virus and the effect on them personally versus like the effect on the public at large, the bottom line is, like, if we want to get back to normal, we kind of just have to spend a little bit more time not being around a bunch of people at the same time, right?
absolutely.
And eventually it'll work, and obviously it works in other places in the world. But so, are you still finding folks from the sort of event space? Are folks still planning? Are they just planning, like, further out? Like,
I
what's
think a lot of people, like a lot of the big events, like it's kind of a rinse, wash, and repeat thing at this point. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not as much. It's implementing the process they've built over the years in a rapid fashion is going to be the thing this year. Like once, like like they know, like the high, like Cannabis Cup, Emerald Cup, like these real OG events that have been around for a decade. They know what they're doing. They know, they know who the booths are going to be. They know who the judges are going to be. They can pull the trigger. A lot of these events can pull the trigger in 2 months for sure, for sure. And you got to remember, the weed's still growing. The only people, like you talk about how the industry doesn't have access to their plants. Who's the only people in Massachusetts right now that can take care of their plants? The people that aren't supposed to. So,
right?
It's funny. It's funny how, like, this whole debate about recreational access in Massachusetts is in fact like propping up the underground market. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of the trap weed in Massachusetts is better than what you can buy on shelves.
So,
I'm not trying to be a hater,
no,
but, like,
Billy
with the four lighters bringing out heat, and I on the shelves I've seen in Massachusetts, like, I was very midsy. Not to be a hater, but, like, by comparison, and I know I'm spoiled, and I know I get to smoke the best pot in the world on a daily basis, but I smoke for every tax bracket too.
Well,
so I'm trying to be as honest as possible, and I would love to see the quality of, and I'm not talking about ChemDog and, like, there's, like, that handful of hyper elite growers in Massachusetts that have been doing it forever. They've stayed under the radar. They're still under the radar. They're just doing their thing. Like, those guys, like, they never, a lot of them never got involved in the legal industry. So you can't say that skill set transitioned over. A lot of these out of state folks and whatnot. And now we see the results,
Yeah. Well, and I don't know. Like, my dumb opinion on it is that most of the legal cannabis growth having gone on in Massachusetts so far was done by folks driven by big money. It's like much larger grows. They didn't come in with an ideology of, like, craft cannabis, and we're finally getting some folks getting licenses in Massachusetts.
There was no pie. Like, Massachusetts created an industry in itself. In other states, like Colorado and Denver, Washington, like, those people that knew how to do it had proven their value to the community before legalization passed. You know what I'm saying? And as opposed to Massachusetts, which was a run by these entities that you're mentioning, like, just trying to get up lights without knowing what to do once they were there.
Well, and I think the more, like, sort of corporate money driven you are when you get into the cannabis industry, the more that you sort of embrace the whole idea of compliance, which, day one you open your doors, it becomes like, how do I keep my business open now? Like, how do I stay within compliance and maximize my money? And when you take that sort of, like, that mental approach to it, you're going to grow mids. You're just going to end up growing mids, like, because you're going to extract, your people are going to tell you, we're going to extract 90% of it. So it doesn't matter if it's dirty. It doesn't matter if it's gross cannabis. Just grow whatever you need to grow, because we're going to extract it. And unfortunately, that sets a culture, I think, of not having really good cannabis available to us in dispensaries, like, really good.
But you also got to remember, compliance is an imaginary bar set by people who don't know anything about weed. So before legalization, these trappers, these people that supplied the black market with above average marijuana, they created their own compliance. Like, you know what I mean? Like, being compliant with these certain steps are the reason I'm not going to jail. So compliant, like, just because you're not a corporate entity doesn't mean you're not down with compliance. It's just the times,
No, well, I hear you, but, like, suddenly, like, at least in some cases, like specific things surrounding compliance, like change, right? Like suddenly the stuff that's way more important to your business staying open are suddenly much different than when you were growing a large scale, like underground grow, where you were just wanting to focus on quality and yield, right? And that's what you really cared about. And now
Because there's
these
so
days,
many of these mom and pops are just focused on that, like trying to grow good pot and uh, let the market dictate that their product's nice and it's going to win the day, while these other dudes are paying for somebody to be in the ears of people on Beacon Hill professionally all day every day to set the game, to rig the game, so they can have as much of advantage on these people trying to grow the flame as possible.
yeah, it's interesting. In Massachusetts, a lot of us are doing our best to try to help prop up like the small business folks and even just the folks that have some level of priority because and even just with the 10% thing, it's kind of crushing because now we're going to have a lot of EE applicants and SE applicants that don't really own their business. They just own a tiny bit of equity. They don't really run it. It's
That's
not.
all of them. That's going to be all of them.
Yeah.
It's going to be tragic. It's like, except for the like, maybe there's some people that already got their paperwork right before this was made, and they're like, "I'm not budging. This is how much of the business I own." That's dope. But if that person doesn't budge, what if they're part? What if that entity that originally used that person just bounces and goes and finds someone who's willing to do it for 10? Like that's what, like, there's going to be equity operations in Massachusetts that fall apart over this because the money side is going to be like, "Oh, I can give somebody else,
Peanuts.
20% of what I'm giving you."
Right.
Bye.
Right.
Unless you want to be that 20%. Here, sign this. We could change everything right now. It's fine.
Right.
You could still be on the team. You're just getting a fifth of what you thought you were going to get. Like, those are the two scenarios for a lot of people. It sucks.
Yeah, and the moment that it happened, even like this show, we were live and we had people in the comments coming on the comments being we didn't even know because we were live at the time, but we had just folks coming in kicking and screaming because there's a lot of folks that are here that are going to get affected by that. A lot of folks, and the environment in Massachusetts is such that most people get bled as they go through the entire process anyway, because between the municipality and the Cannabis Control Commission, a lot of times it was taking a long time, especially the municipalities these days.
It's crazy. Like, because it's kind of bad. Like California, don't get me wrong, 77% of cities don't allow dispensaries. No, that sucks. But it's interesting, like seeing, like, because I'm from Lynn, so that was the process I kept the eye on the most, and just watching that over the past few years. Like, oh God, oh, it's fun. And then obviously following everything that was going in town with Patriot Care, blah 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 blah. Like, it's me and my telescope is like, what is going on over there?
Right. So what do you have going on these days? What's
I'm mostly LA Weekly right now. I'm launching the guide this summer, Divine's Fine Cannabis Guide. It's going to be fun. I have about 150 strains that have like touched my heart over the past 5 years. So we're going to start with like 30. We're going to start with like 30 of those and a bunch of like the must-haves, the OG Kushes, the gelatos, blah blah blah, and then we'll get into some more exotic stuff, which is what I specialize in.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we're gonna have to try to make sure you get some amazing strains from Massachusetts to see if they're.
Oh yeah, well, we got the chem. Well, out here, the most prominent Massachusetts genetics is the chem. The IC Collective in Northern California has a relationship with ChemDog.
Yep.
They originally got the chem in like '96, and have been running it ever since. A lot of people, besides me, believe that their version of ChemDog is the best ChemDog west of the Rockies after Chem's mothership cut himself. So there's a lot of their genetics that very popular in Northern California IC Collective genetics traces back to some Massachusetts lineage.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely Eric's judging, I think, the Pheno Cup, which cool. They're figuring out if they're all going to meet in person or what the deal is with that. But no matter what, all the stuff's getting harvested. So
I'm hyped. Yeah, we got the Depths about to drop in a couple of weeks. The light deprivation, that's like some of the nicest outdoor of the year is the Depth for sure. So I'm really excited that I'll probably go through a couple hundred phenos in the next couple months, trying to see who had the heat. And
Nice.
then Guide's going to drop midsummer, and then Harvest 2020 is going to be a weird one, but we'll see.
Well, Jimmy, we really appreciate you hanging out with us for a little bit. Thanks for being patient and flexible and all that stuff. And I'm a huge fan of you. I'm going to keep following you, and we'd love to have you back on sometime. We had our super fan post and pin your website, but do you want folks to follow you on Instagram or anywhere else?
The Jimi Devine. Yeah, for sure. It's great. We just hit 5,000 on 420. It was dope.
Nice. Congratulations.
That's the main. That's where I post all my articles and stuff. And on my Facebook page, I post a lot of work there too. So that's the best two places to see what I'm up to.
Awesome. Sweet, man. Well, again, we appreciate your time. Awesome to have somebody from Massachusetts go out and make it big in cannabis. And we appreciate all the stuff that you're doing out there. And we can't wait to have you back on at some point.
Oh, appreciate you guys. Keep the conversation going, okay?
Thanks. Thanks, Jimmy.
Have a good one, man.
Jimi Devine, ladies and gentlemen, columnist from LA Weekly. And you all, just for a second, everyone got a giant zoom in on your head. Because when he jumped out, it was like, pow.
Pull it back.
Put it back? All right, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not Jimi Devine. Although I can see screenshots happening right now as we speak. We really appreciate him coming on. He's awesome. Awesome Massachusetts dude going out and doing sweet things. And follow him on Instagram. Get him up. Get him a few more followers. So I see that everyone's been busy with the movie contest stuff. I saw the guesses coming through.
Nobody got it.
By the way, how awesome is it that Jimmy's he's kind of like a West Coast guy now, but he knows all about what's going on in Massachusetts, which is pretty cool.
No, he is a writer, right?
He is, but yeah.
Should probably know that stuff.
Unfortunately, he does. No, we really appreciate him coming on. So, by the way, tomorrow we're supposed to have John Griffin back on. If everyone remembers him, he was the guy from the three-letter
Scott
network.
auctioned off the
what? Scott auctioned off the what?
The answer.
Oh, he did?
Yep.
Oh, that's smart, Scott. That's really smart.
He started at $100.
Scott, I'm smart with you getting a side hustle going on with this. That's cool.
Just don't forget taxes, my brother.
Well, I was
taxes
just gonna say,
everything.
the VIG. You got to remember the VIG, but that's all right. You're making money.
I get 48.
You're making money out of thin air.
$100, I get 48.
That's probably still fair.
And then I get a cut of the jam too.
A finger's worth.
So just know everybody.
I
getting their fair share.
I was a big fan of the movie called A Fish Called Wanda. This is really cool because
how Stella got her groove back.
There's a bunch of movies coming through the thing that.
Oh, Ruben said, "Let's get a clue."
Not too big of a clue because I want you to give one more clue. Scott says he doesn't pay no taxes.
See a clue.
Yeah, Ruben, you guys deserve a clue. We're gonna have Ralph Greenberg come on in a little bit.
How can I think of a clue? In this movie, there are 3 laws you gotta follow.
That sounds like a huge clue. If you ask me. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I'm just thinking that's probably a huge clue. Oh, 3 laws. I already know what it is.
You probably seen me
Can I tell you something?
type it.
Can I tell you something? No, I didn't. Can I tell you something? Here, put the microphone down for a second.
Oh, for real?
Uh-huh. That's kind of cool, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that kind of cool? Like, when you think about it.
Fight Club. They're trying to get all the answers. People
They're
trying
smart.
to look at
People
you
are
for
smart.
the answer.
People are smart. They're smart. But I think what I just whispered to you is pretty cool.
No, it is.
I didn't know that was your favorite movie.
It's one of them.
That's cool.
It's not.
It's the one for today.
Yeah. I got plenty of them.
No, I hear it. Well, and as
90s
I'm seeing all kinds of stuff that's coming through that I'm like, oh, I love that movie. I love that movie. I love that movie. What does everyone think about? I had mentioned not during this show, but doing viewing parties. Like it could. I don't know about this. A movie feels like it would be a long time, but like, what if we all like got together and like watched stuff together, and then took pauses and talked and smoked, and then went back to watching stuff. Like I don't keep up on the South Parks. I would.
I was
Actually like to
Scott
watch the
telling
South
me
Parks.
that nothing. Ooh, Roadhouse, Orange Sunshine. Stormy Daniel loves Cheetos. I've never heard of that movie, Nathan. And that definitely ain't got 3 laws in it.
Stormy Daniels.
Nate, what are you talking about? Stormy Daniel loves Cheetos. What made you think of that? I don't know, but that guy yesterday afternoon with the liquid acid was great.
Oh, they're talking about the Beantown. We didn't get to hear that conversation because it was only in the headsets.
Oh yeah.
The guy they called.
Ruben, Motor Combat. That's a good movie.
I'm starving.
I'm down with that. Anything smoking related. Pineapple Express. Sounds like
Shout out to Shadid, who's not in the comments, but he liked the show. If you haven't liked the show, do it. Also,
Hey, what if I said my favorite movie was The Human Centipede? How many of y'all be pissed off? And put an angry face in the comments if you be pissed off if I said The Human Centipede. Is that what it was called? What was it called?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Um,
It's the movie where it was like the horror movie, but it was like
yeah, that shit was nasty.
tying people together.
Yeah. The person. I just remember in the movie.
What? You actually watched that movie?
Yeah,
I was good enough for just with the description. I didn't need to see it.
Yo, the person that had played, the person that was in the middle. Oh my God, that had to be the worst role of your life.
Or the person like at the end. I would imagine whoever's in the front. Whoever's in the front is like, thank God, I must be your favorite. You brought.
That show was terrible. Then they had like 2 or 3 movies.
They did?
Yeah, they had more than one.
Were you on the mailing list? How the fuck do you know that there was 31?
Because it was on Netflix.
Because Facebook's like, oh, you watched it once. We're gonna pepper your feed with.
Yeah, that movie was
Human
gross.
Centipede.
Exactly. That shit was
well,
terrible.
we're happy people in the comments feel the need to
Yes, Hurl, please.
to
Why?
talk about it. No, I don't know. Come here. I don't know why.
I watched it with my grandma, guys.
So can I want to talk about that last night. We went to D'Angelo's.
Oh no, I don't want to talk about it.
No? All right, so I just wanted to say real quick that
Shout out to the toilet for holding it down.
they
For getting it down.
so they made me a steak and cheese with onions, and then I was eating it, and I'm like, oh, this tastes funny, and I got a reasonable way through, and I was like, I really got to figure out why this is tasting funny, and I opened it up, and there was no onions on it, and it was just a whole bunch of ketchup. And it was like they gave me like a ketchup sandwich with a little bit of extra steak and cheese, like a little bit of steak cheese.
Oh
on it.
yeah, I do remember.
It was
that.
a ketchup sandwich.
They gave him a
And I went
sandwich full
and
of
so
ketchup.
just the funny thing is I was like, all right, I got to go in and say
steak
something.
meat.
And so I went in and I'm like, hi, you put ketchup on my sandwich instead of onions. And the lady's like, oh, my bad.
What? How do you
She was
mess
just like,
that
oh,
up?
she was like, oh, my bad. And I'm like, no, clearly it's your bad because onions and ketchup don't even sound anything like each other. And also like who. To me, if you go to any place and you're like, yo, I want a steak and cheese sandwich and I want ketchup on it, they're going to check with you like 3 times before they're going to be like, are you sure? Because nobody puts ketchup on.
Nobody puts
Are you
ketchup
sure?
on
Are
steak.
you sure you want ketchup on steak?
So if
And it's like, I was thinking, how do you know that you're in Brockton?
Mike was eating it though, he was chewing it down.
I was hungry. I hadn't eaten all day. I was starving, and I was like, "Ooh, there's some weird sauce on this. There's some weird sauce on it."
I
And
know
then
who
I
that
got
just
through it,
pissed
and it
off.
was like,
Me smacking that thing. Me
is she
smacking
here?
that
Is
thing
she-
like
there's 2 or 3
me,
people.
Melissa. Where's she
There's
at?
me and Melissa. She had a premonition that you were going to be smacking your food, and she was like, "I'm not coming today." I do need a haircut, peeps.
Who said that?
No, nobody did. It's just my thing underneath. Shout out to Red
Oh,
and Amanda.
needs a haircut sponsor.
I need a haircut
What?
sponsor. I need a haircut.
The barber.
Really bad.
Who's the barber that's gonna cut Mike's hair?
I'm full of energy today. So everyone, I'm sorry yesterday I was grumpy. Some dude in Twitch came on and started talking shit, and it hurt because he was right. Like I was running a lousy show, and he was talking all kinds of shit, and I was like, and then I was annoyed that I hadn't done the contest, and then I gave away the thing right at the end, and everyone was mad. Everyone was real mad that I did that. There are people that come every day. There are people now, but I'll tell you what, they were mad. Those people are trying really hard right now. They're trying really hard to win. They're like, that woke them up, Scott. That woke them up, Scott. Yeah, Cheryl, I ate more than like 2 bites of steak and cheese with ketchup, and I thought it was like that they had put some sort of like I was like, oh, they must start using
Hey,
some
Melissa
steak
really
sauce.
not in the comments.
I was mad at the end. I was mad. I ended up being mad all day. And by the way, I realized
don't cut your hair.
it's because I haven't been taking my vitamins. And I know that sounds weird, but I stopped because he told me it was going to
Ruben
ruin my
said he
liver.
got you.
He told me it was the vitamins were going to. Yeah, Jason, congratulations, and Jason's getting his stuff.
I won yesterday. He hyped.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming back, Jason. See, he didn't just win and
Jason
then
said
just
I got a
leave.
cut yesterday. Underground shops. Oh, I'm snitching. I'm finna call police on you. Nuh-uh, you ain't supposed to be out getting haircuts and stuff. We in quarantine. I'm finna call a cop.
They have some
And
barbers that
Jason,
like lean out the window and you
and
just
you
get
know
a
your
chair and
name
you
is
sit up near the
very
window.
easy. Jason Lord. Oh yeah, they gonna find you quick.
He's like, that's not
You
my
gonna
real
get a
name.
knock in 2 days.
That's not his right.
Mr. Lord. We heard that you were hosting a underground haircut session.
I can't take this one because it smells like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's the
Cinnamon Toast Crunch
It's just too sweet.
is the best cereal in the world.
Is it?
Hell yeah. What's better than Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Count Chocula?
Negative.
Positive.
Negative.
I am so positive.
What Cinnamon Toast Crunch does to your milk is like it's like a superhero. It like goes from milk to superhero milk. So no, there's no way you can say that any cereal is better than Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Negative.
Wait, how does Jessica do virtual haircuts?
Now we
I
can't
don't
do
want
my
a virtual
favorite
one.
cereal.
I want
Now
a
we
real
gotta
one.
do your favorite cereal because
real
you
one.
probably
I
your
just
favorite
said though. It's just
your
it's
favorite
Count
cereal
Chocula.
probably Raisin Bran.
Like, so I wasn't
Raisin Bran
I wasn't
is
even gonna be
so
insulted.
bad.
I wasn't even gonna be insulted about that until you started laughing like that because you obviously meant it as a giant. You're like,
Well,
like,
Raisin
my dude,
Bran,
you're like, my
Raisin
dude, let me
Bran
think
is
of the worst cereal
nastiest
possible, and that's the one you must
cereal
like.
ever. Literally, like even if you take the raisins out, you can still taste the
But it's
raisins
bran.
in the brand. You see, it's
Bran.
like branded into the raisin. Bro, if somebody ever brought me Raisin Bran, that would be the end.
Yeah, what's
of
everyone's favorite cereal? Because sometimes I forget about all the good. It's been so long since I had good cereal.
Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops are good, but when they get soggy, oh my god.
You know what's the
That
worst
is
cereal?
the
Is the
you
one
got to
that-
eat. You got Fruit Loops and Rice Krispie treats. Those are the cereals that you got to put little milk in and most cereal, and then you gotta eat it fast. Cause if you don't, then it get all soggy and mushy, and it's just. Oh, and what's the one? What's the other fruit one? The Flintstone one? What is it
Oh,
called?
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles.
I like Cocoa Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles. You gotta put little milk, and you gotta have a big spoon. Cause you gotta eat fast. What cereal tastes good soggy?
So I'm okay with raisins. It's the only thing with raisins in it that I'm okay with is actually I don't like it though. It's
You
not my
know,
favorite.
the
I
only
don't
cereal
buy
that
it.
tastes good soggy is Frosted Mini Wheats. Frosted Mini Wheats soggy is fire, especially if you put a little cinnamon in it.
What about frosted?
Because the Frosted
Tony
Mini
the
Wheats they
Tiger
so
one.
thick.
What do you think about the Tony the Tiger one?
Yeah, they nasty when they get
Is it?
they nasty when they get soggy. But when the milk, when you eat it all in the milk tastes good.
So Rianne, the Pebbles, Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles, you're right. So the trick is you just have to put a little bit in the bowl and a little bit of milk, and then you eat it, and then you put a little more. You don't pour a whole bunch in
With
there.
those kind of cereals, what I always do, I always pour the milk first, and then I pour the
That's smart.
cereal.
So they float for a while.
Yeah.
That's smart. I never thought of that.
Yeah, you only
I
do
should
that
do
with
that.
cereal that gets soggy fast because once you pour that milk, the time is ticking, especially when you pour it all on top.
Look how passionate we
every
are about
peak-
our
yeah.
cereal.
Oh, I'm dead serious
We
about
should
some cereal.
We should just start talking about.
Bro, I used to
the
have
stuff
like
that we're
8
passionate
boxes
about.
of cereal at my house every day.
Jody, nobody eats grape nuts. That's old people
What?
cereal. That's like toothbrush. I don't even. It's meant for old people, and then it's gonna break your teeth. I don't even understand it. Doesn't
Jody,
make
you
sense.
finna get blocked. Where the block button? Hey, we gonna have like so. Look, if you put some questionable stuff in the comments that we know everybody will disagree with, we're gonna have a vote
You might get
to
blocked.
get blocked for a day, and then we'll unblock you after 24 hours. But we're gonna start doing 24-hour timeouts.
But Jody has her own show with us.
Well, she better not mess up on Saturday then, because that's 24 hours.
Nobody said anything about my tie today.
I'm sorry, Jody. I'm just saying though. Come on, you can't be.
Heather,
throwing
we
them
have not
cereals
announced
out.
the movie.
Lucky Charms is
Getting guessed
amazing,
yet.
Jason. Jason, Lucky Charms is a cool third. I say it goes cinnamon toast crunch, rice, the real Rice Krispie treats, the Rice Krispie treat, not the Rice Krispies, but the treats, the ones that come in like the little like.
Do you like Blueberry?
Oof, them things is fire. That's the second
Do you
one.
like Blueberry or Frankenberry?
Brian
Because
know
if you like Lucky Charms, you would love those because they're not chocolate based. It's like the Count Chocolate version, but it's the other
never
one. It's
heard of
non-chocolate. You'd love it.
I eat the same cereals over.
Thanks, Laurie.
Oh, you know what cereal I do like
Thanks,
though?
Heather.
If y'all had the Cinnabon cereal, oh my god.
Is it good?
What?
Thanks, Sheila.
Cinnabon cereal? They come in small boxes, but them things is deadly. You eat one bowl,
don't
you
think
gonna
so.
get 2 more after. Especially if you like cereal like me, I get at least. So my thing is always 2 bowls. But if it's a good cereal, if it's one of my top 3, it can be 3 bowls sometimes. You know, depending on the day, what I'm doing. No more oatmeal cookies for you if you try to pull that shit on me. Damn, Jody.
Oh, she
Come
kind of
on,
got you
man.
there. Yeah, Frankenberry is good juice.
Oh, now you can't threaten me with the oatmeal cookies. That's not even a
No,
fair
but
fight.
your whole demeanor just changed. You were like, damn.
That's not even a fair fight. You talking?
She just immediately went there.
You just
She was
you
just
said
like-
you said some cereal that everybody disagree with, and I decided to come up with a thing is if you say some questionable stuff, you need a timeout. And we're gonna come up with a button for that once we figure out the button situation. We're gonna come up with a button that we can push that go bang, and then you get put in timeout. We're not gonna do it full 24 hours. We'll have a vote on a time limit. We'll probably do it like hockey or something. Going for pickled eggs today. What else you want? Oh yeah, make it 2. Nate, Diggity, make it 2. We want to make sure we get some extra ones for charity. We're gonna have some charity things going where we have somebody eat some eggs for charity because people like to eat
Wait,
eggs for charity.
No, nobody likes to eat.
People like to raise money for the farm, right? Isn't that what we love to do? We love to raise money for the farm, regardless if it has, you know, drastic effects on us later. We like to sacrifice some things because that's what we do.
Do we?
Yeah.
Is that?
Is that not what happens? Is there?
Goldie's not even in the
He's
audience
like-
right now. Goldie's
he's
not
like-
even in the audience right
He's
now.
like,
and I'm
hell
getting
nah, I can't do it. I can't
messed
do
up.
it. I can't do it.
I don't know if I could do both eggs and.
You know what? Why haven't anybody made an infused cereal? Why? Absolutely why? Not even like a CBD toast crunch. That'd be tight. Come on. CBD toast crunch. Oh, y'all.
CBD
Hey, somebody
toast
better go
crunch.
get on that right now. Somebody better go get on that right now. I'm telling you, I'm buying that CBD toast crunch. Doop 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 doop.
You know, there's
Nate
like.
brought Goldie in it.
Oh,
Hey Goldie,
hi Goldie.
welcome to the chat. We got something for you to do. We need you to convince Mike to eat some more eggs too. Can we get you to do that for charity? I just told Kalia that your ear pickle eggs and her face show all that you eat pickled
they're
eggs and her
you're
face
auctioning off meat?
shows such just because she
See, I
said tell Eric
don't
that's
wanna-
really gross.
I don't know. I'm not saying I
Kalia,
want to be
I-
auctioned off, but I'm definitely more into that than I am with
Kalia,
like,
I
eating
love
pickled eggs.
Pickled eggs,
He
I'ma have to get you some.
likes pickled eggs.
and they do cereal already. Thought we were auctioning Mike off. Well, yeah, we can
No,
auction Mike off. We can auction
when?
Mike. So we auction Mike off, but then we auction the Tide trick separate. So we can figure out a way to.
Cheryl, I like Honey Smacks, but Life cereal was like a punishment cereal.
Yeah, life is kind of, but the cinnamon life isn't bad though.
Well, it is, but it doesn't stay crunchy. It immediately you have.
Oh, yeah,
that's
it
one
gets
of those you
soggy.
have to eat it like.
Yeah, you gotta pour the milk first.
Yeah, and put like two in
Yeah.
at a time, and then eat them right away. Can't put a bunch in there. Sheila
we
Duff
still
says she's
guessing?
made cinnamon
Yes,
toast
Lauren,
crunch
we're
balls
still guessing.
infused.
Cinnamon toast crunch balls. I mean, if you change the name, I'll try them.
So just in,
I'm sorry.
what to like big hairy balls?
I'm sorry, but that just cinnamon. I'm sorry, Sheila, but that was funny. I have cinnamon toast crunch balls infused. Come on, like what? If you put that on a plate and give it to somebody, and be like, "Here's your cinnamon toast crunch balls infused." Come on, I'm just saying, I'm gonna be a little skeptical. I'm gonna be like, hold on.
Is that like the chocolate?
Can we
salted
change
balls
the name?
thing
Can
from
we just
South
say
Park?
these are cinnamon toast crunch spheres? Spheres? Infused? Infused spheres? Is that how you say it? Sphere? Sphere? Spear?
Sphere.
Sphere?
Sphere.
Sphere?
Sapahir? Sapahir? Yeah, Life cereal is punishment cereal. So is like traditional Rice Krispies. If you don't let your kid put sugar on that, then that's you're punishing your kid.
Yeah, regular Rice Krispies with some brown sugar. You gotta put brown sugar,
At least
Brown
any kind of
sugar.
sugar, at least. Otherwise, it's gross.
brown sugar, and some cinnamon. But you
That's a good
gotta make the brown sugar and cinnamon first, and then sprinkle it on top. You can't just like do them individually. It's gonna be all weird and stuff and chunky inside the cereal. So what you gotta do is you gotta treat it like a dish, like you making an actual dish. You gotta take the brown sugar, the cinnamon. You gotta mix it in there. If you want, you can put a little bit of milk. It'll spread it. Put just a little bit of milk to get it like all whipped in, and then you just gently, pour it all over the cinnamon toast crunch, and bam, you got yourself some cinnamon toast crunchy.
Yeah, so Laura Lee, we have not finished the movie contest yet. You can still guess. There's still a chance. So keep guessing and
Oh yeah, Captain
and in a
Crunch is the
little bit
roof. Captain Crunch is the roof breaker. That right there. Every time you chew, you taking about at least 2 or 3% life off your teeth every time you chew Captain Crunch.
Ralph will be with you in just a second.
Okay, brother.
You're looking good.
Like
Good, feeling good.
Eric just needs to scratch.
You got it. Love a scratch. Wish I was there to give him a big scratch.
Hold on now.
Whatever.
Keep your hands to yourself,
That's not.
Ralph.
See,
Yeah,
he
that's all
wants
you had to
social.
say to
He
me,
wants
my
social
brother.
distance
All you
scratching.
have to say to me.
He
That's
wants
all I
social
need to-
distance
Scratch
scratching.
at the camera, and then I'll just move my
I
back
got
with
you,
it, and that
man.
could be like the.
It's all strong love over here. That's all we got.
Oh, is it time? Is it time for another hint?
And the next hint.
Well, but we got to be careful because your first hint was really. I figured it out immediately.
And the okay, and y'all still got to be guessing.
All right.
You don't know if you got it. You got to guess all the way to the end. The only way you're gonna know if you win is at the end, and if you don't know you won, then I guess taxes just keep everything. So just understand.
What's up, Red?
The next hint is what can the next hint be? The next
Strawberry shortcake cereal sounds pretty cool. So you got another hint?
yes. I'm thinking about it. Give me a second. Hold on.
I might have a good hint.
One of the Go ahead. Mike got the hint.
Or is that a bad hint?
Uh,
It's probably too good of a hint.
yeah, that'd be what. We gonna say the co-star is not human.
Ooh. Okay, I like that. That would have been good as the first hint.
The co-star is not human.
One of the co-stars.
The co-star is
Shit.
not human. Is not human. He ain't got nothing. Look, you couldn't go meet him right now if you wanted to. If you wanted to go back and be like, yo, I want to meet that dude. He a good actor. You can't do it.
Oh, I like Avril's guess. Okay.
Man. That was a good one,
It's a good
Avery.
one. I
That was
liked
super
it.
good.
I liked it. A lot of good guesses going on.
Okay.
A lot of good guesses.
Okay.
A lot of good guesses.
Y'all people smart.
Oh, Howard the Duck. I missed that movie.
Y'all smart. Ooh, y'all so smart.
Yeah, Rebecca, you're supposed to say all of them. Don't hold back.
You guys are very, very smart.
Alf. I don't know that Alf was a movie.
Elf?
Alf.
Oh, I don't know what
It was a
Alf
TV
is.
show. Rebecca. Okay. So ooh, I almost messed up on the title. It's because I'm struggling.
But that beard is looking smooth sailing.
It is, right?
Man,
Yeah. We call that the twister.
you work hard on that.
I do every day. I think of it every day when I touch it. Trust me. It's a very sentimental thing to me.
Come on, that's how I be feeling about mine, but mine won't
I
grow.
know. That's why I keep telling you, you're okay. I don't touch
Oh
it.
yeah, I'm okay. That's your way of
good.
saying your shit weak.
You're perfect for that occasion.
So up now with us is Ralph Greenberg, founder from the Key for Hope Foundation. And Ralph, I know you have other stuff too, but I know you wanted to come on and talk about that. So welcome today, Ralph. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me, Michael and Eric. This is awesome. You know, you guys just rock the whole world right now. You know, the two of you, your personalities, your liveliness, the audience that you share this with is just awesome. And see how it's grown. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, first of all, let me just say thank you very much to all the people out there that are helping others. There's so many people that, you know, we're so proud of and grateful to have in our lives. And what you two do just to keep us out there doing our thing and creating just the love for one another. You know, you've created a lot of synergy within this group of Disrupt America. And I'm proud of you too for taking the ball and running with it. No pun intended, Mr. Martin. But it's a good thing. And I'm just thankful to be here to, you know, share a little story of what I'm all about, what I'm trying to do.
So Ralph, you know, even before I met you, I sort of knew of you because you were the key guy. So I would go to events and I would see either a booth or somebody else's booth, and there'd be a bucket and there'd be a bunch of keys and there'd be a sign saying, "Put keys in this bucket." And I remember sort of reading it, and I hadn't met you yet, but you were out there for so long doing some good work that I already, at least I knew about your effort before I knew of you. So tell us all about it, though. Tell us what the Key for Hope Foundation is.
Thank you very much for that, Michael. So the Key for Hope is a registered 501c3. Our sole purpose is to give back to the community living in food insecurity. Everybody has a key. And by utilizing the collective scrap metal in your community, most keys are made of brass. And the brass, being in the scrap metal business, I understand the value of the scrap metal, and just trying to create a difference for others that don't normally understand what to do with an unwanted key or a piece of scrap metal that, there are guys out in the streets collecting scrap metal and they're making their daily wage. They're in food insecurity or they just don't have another job. So there's a way of turning chicken poop to chicken soup is what I say. And everybody has a key. And one of the biggest things that I say is, going back to some of these school lessons that we've had, 1940s brought the war, unfortunately. The war, we had metal drives. We had all types of people collecting metal for those wars, unfortunately. But today's war on hunger, and with this gosh darn pandemic and people out of work and food insecurity and nobody collecting paychecks, what do we do? Lots of people are trying to share with their gardening and their food supplies that they have. But what do you do when you have to buy something, or you have a family that has to go to a food pantry and pick up something that the foods are barely stocked? My goal is just to say everybody has a key. And by utilizing the collective scrap metal in your community, kids don't know what to do today. You're teaching them at home. You're learning lessons. Why don't we ask your neighbors to collect your keys? We can pick it up like the UNICEF people used to do. And then we can say, what do we do with the keys at the end of the day? Well, if Mr. Greenberg, Key Diddy, Ralph Greenberg wants to do a little due diligence for everybody and say, you got a scrapyard in your back door. Everybody has a scrapyard in your community. All I want to do is use the Keys Feed name to help you get through some of the nonprofit things that you may need. We are a registered 501c3. It is about collecting a key, using the scrap metal to buy food for a local food pantry, or giving the money to a food pantry because they can go $1 for $3 or $1 for $5. So again, that's kind of my goal. So one statistic.
So
50 keys. Tell me.
So, obviously the idea is that everyone's got over time, we all have these extra keys that build up. In fact, I know I have some. And so the next time, I need to remember to bring them for the next time that I know I'm going to run into one of your buckets. But, literally it's kind of like the effort is that these keys are getting collected. They get turned into scrap, and then that money is getting used for awesomeness, right? Is
Yes.
the idea.
Yes.
And so right now during, normally folks can run into your stuff at events, which obviously right now isn't happening. So how can folks help right now? What's the right way to do that?
Well, mailing keys is okay, but it's costly to mail keys. I get keys. You wouldn't believe what we get for keys from all over the world. One of my favorite ones is just one Yawkey way. The Boston Red Sox fan services, I get a bucket of keys or a box of keys or something, but shipping keys is expensive. So the goal is to say, listen, folks, whoever's watching, whether you're in, Minnesota, California, or right here in Massachusetts, collect your keys. You can always find me on Facebook, Instagram. Ralph Greenberg is my name. You see it up. You can get me anywhere. Let's collect your keys. Let's figure out where the local scrapyard is. Let's see how we can help your local food pantry, and I'll help you do the due diligences through the whole process. It is about collecting keys. Listen, 958,000 public school students live in Massachusetts. Charlie Baker. If each one brought one key to one location, that's $30,000 in scrap metal that can go back to food insecurity in our community. It is a wow factor. And, I always say to people, you need somebody like you folks. Eric, you've got a wonderful group of people around you that you've done many things with on the field and off the field. Michael, you as the host and all the things that you do and the creative thinking that you have, we just need that old shampoo commercial to say so on and so on and so on. If we can just pip this into 1 million people to do one due diligence effort, recycle a key, we're turning no money value something into something that can give back to the community. I'm not asking for anything from me. Thank God, I've worked really hard to create a value system in my life, if there is one. But today, to live a little longer and to stay uplifted like we all should, and to just do right by doing good, that's all I'm looking to do. You guys, are awesome. I'm thankful for being on this show. I'm thankful for all the people that you've got, for the Beantown, Greentown guys to be sharing the love, and, all these wonderful new people that we're dealing with this cannabis industry. Things are changing. We've got great things happening within this community, and I'm so blessed to be part of it. So Keys Feed is just something I'd love to be able to help you people out there watching and not watching the show, to give back to the community and give back to really what's important is food insecurity right now.
Yeah,
so
for sure. Yeah, in fact, we've been having a charitable effort going on where we're collecting money to help get fresh organic produce from local farms and then actually get that out to the people that need it. The elderlies, single parents, folks with kids, people who are alone and have difficulty getting out. So, but you've been doing this for quite some time, and we appreciate that you've always been such a positive influence in the community. And when folks run into you've always got a smile and something nice to say, which is really nice. Not a lot of folks are like that. Ralph, we also know that you're part of a you've got a licensed cannabis. Is that some licensed cannabis business that you're in the middle of formulating and getting going? Is that something you're willing to talk about, or did I?
Oh, I'd love to. Of course, yeah. My daughter Allie and I have been working really hard to facilitate this opportunity to be part of the cannabis industry. We're in our rounds of information back and forth with the CCC, thank God. So we've gotten a couple of letters and we've responded wonderfully. We own a building in Hanson, Massachusetts. We've got a nice little canopy grow that we'll be doing. We'll be growing some wonderful cannabis under that canopy. Allie and I are proud to say that we've got a wonderful investor. We've got some great people around us. Our potential of putting some serious cannabis on the community market is going to be awesome for us. And I just want to share the love with everybody. Listen, this is a very short time that we're here on this earth. And to believe in something and to do what you really believe in, I'm proud to say that this cannabis industry is something that I've been involved with a long time. I've been a user and a consumer of it for many, many years, and it really works wonders for me as a human being and all that I'm trying to figure out in my life. And I want to share the love with you all. And, we've chatted a little bit about, how we can all go forward in this cannabis industry together. Together, it only makes the difference that we're looking for. There's no eyes in any team that I've ever had. And I just want you guys to know, and all the audience, that we're there to make a difference. And we are called Impressed LLC. That's what we'll be going by, is Impressed. And I'm just, I'm grateful. At 57 years old, I have an opportunity to be in something that's just awesome. And the people that I've met in this industry are just wonderful. Thank you for it all.
Yeah, and by the way, Ralph, I never you outed your age. I never would have guessed your age. Honestly, like I didn't think that you were much more than like a couple of years older than I am, honestly.
How old are you? I thought you was like 50.
Say it again, Eric?
I thought you was like 50.
I'm 57, thank God. It must be the cannabis.
Next time say 40. Next time say 49, and then Ralph will be like, ooh.
Listen, you do right by doing good. It feels good. It makes you feel good. And I do the best I can every day. I have been doing some wonderful turmeric and ginger shots every morning. I've been juicing turmeric and ginger and some lemon. And I'll tell you something. What a feeling I get in the morning.
Turmeric is good for your skin.
Yeah, I've been taking some turmeric too, also.
We also, with the hemp store, I just want you to all know that, a lot of people suffer from certain things, that the CBD is working more than the cannabis is for them, or maybe some people just can't use the cannabis. And we do have the hemp store here in Abington. I'd be willing to deliver or ship to anybody if they need any products. And again, I'm not looking to promote my business. I really care about food insecurity and letting all know that, this cannabis business called Impressed is going to really wow the crowd. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, and we'd love to have you back at some point in the future to talk more about that as you're getting closer to opening up, because you got some really interesting stuff going on.
And we can do live from the building as well. We've got the demo done, and we've got a nice open shell, and maybe we can do a couple of shots as we go forward and as the progression of the construction goes on too. It could be fun to do something of that nature as well with you all.
Oh yeah,
just what it's like to build a cannabis business.
Oh yeah, I've always been we started this show because of the pandemic happening, but traditionally I'm all about not staying in one location every day. I'm all about going all over the place with this stuff. So hopefully we'll. And Ralph, before we go, what's the name of your store up in Abington?
Hemped, 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 M-A, on Instagram.
Excellent. Well, we'll make sure that we get the link up there in the comments and pin it up there so this way some folks can check it out. It's a really great store. Eric and I have been a couple of times. It's really nice.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I
Always.
love you guys, man. Listen, I'm proud of you. I'm grateful to have you in my lives, and thank you. I'm blessed. So really, just strong love, big time.
Definitely, man. Be safe, Ralph.
Thanks, Ralph. We'll see you soon.
Stay safe, everybody. Bless you all. Love you, man. Peace.
Bye-bye.
LPG out.
Ralph Greenberg, everyone. Definitely, you should definitely go and check out and follow him on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
For Hemped, but also for the Key Foundation stuff. You guys should all definitely get out there and.
Him.
Yeah, it's actually a beautiful store, and
Very
he has the best
vibey.
goatee in the business.
He does.
And he
y'all
definitely
didn't
doesn't look
see it,
like
he had it
definitely
twisted.
doesn't look. I'm not even going to mention his age again.
He works on it every day. He said.
He must, and he probably all. I
I'm
bet, you know what
jealous.
because look, so
Mine's
you
gonna
shave.
get there, why?
You know how you shave yourself, and you got oils and stuff you put on or whatever. I bet he does too. You should totally talk to him. I bet he's got some massive
his is
tips.
genetics.
Nah,
his is
I don't know
genetics.
about that. I bet you.
I bet you his dad and his dad had one. My dad ain't
No,
had
I'm
no
not
beard.
even talking about the beard. I'm even talking about
My
the
grandpa
shaved
ain't
head
had
and
no
like
beard.
the care in which he.
This is a first generation beard, so it's
There's
gonna
not-
struggle.
Look, if I shaved my head, I would look.
If you look at my
Would
family,
not look good.
on my dad's side, I look just like my dad's side. It's the strongest genes. Nobody got beards. This is a first generation beard right here. Yo.
He's very passionate about his beard.
I'm passionate about it because I'm gonna be the first one to grow it. It's just like first generation farmer. He got his land. Now he just got to keep it nice. My beard is it's coming in. I do a lot. I put in a lot of hours for this now. Y'all don't even understand. Yeah, from the morning it take me about 30 to 45 minutes to patch up this little thing. And at night, I gotta do like a 10-minute thing where I gotta make sure it's all, straight, and then I gotta, cover it up, make sure keep the moisture in, all that good stuff. But even though I'm doing all this, it's still struggling, and so y'all gotta understand. I can't. This is this first generation. I gotta live with the struggle. My kid gonna be set though. My son, when he grow, he gonna be set.
But won't your son also have a dependence on the beard oil?
Nah, he ain't gonna need because I'm taking care of this one, so it's getting encoded into my DNA right now.
You're making genetic changes.
Yeah, it's getting encoded into my DNA right now, and so
Hey,
then
Ava, glad you're watching.
Glad
to see you.
When my seed grow up, he gonna be like, "Yo, Dad, I'm getting a beard." I'm gonna be like, "Yeah," and guess who had to go through the struggle to make sure you get that? I'm gonna have to really put that in him, like, "Yo, you got that because your pops." So yeah, I ain't got no kids, by the way. So that's just me. That's just me.
Someone's talking about the flecks of silver in your beard.
Yeah, I know.
He's a little sensitive. You're making him feel a little sensitive about that.
Don't talk about I got some silver things coming in.
Nate's right. You should marry a Portuguese woman.
Why? What are they going to do? What's the benefit?
Hardcore Portuguese women. Oh, they take care of you. They'll cook for you. They'll take care of everything. And I think wait, Nate, are you saying that because Portuguese women are extra hairy? I think actually that's what he's trying to say, now that I think about it. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Like, they're such good cooks. They might make wine. They want to take care of you. And then I realized he's talking about it because he thinks that they're swarthy.
Oh, man.
Maybe
if you kept up with your workouts, your beard would look better. No, Jody, actually it'll make it look worse because sweat and the salt coming out of your body is actually bad for your hair. So no, Jody, me staying away from workouts is blessing my beard.
So we had an interesting comment in the comments earlier while we had Ralph on, which was somebody talking about the new look of
Jason said they will also cut you and quit. Well, no, not marrying no Portuguese woman because I am toxic, and so she would not. unless she's
It
the
lasts
most
like 2
patient,
weeks.
yeah, unless she's the most patient woman ever, she can't handle this toxic. Oh yeah, I'm glad you told me, Jason. No Portuguese woman for me. Sorry.
You find the right one, right Portuguese one.
I'm gonna need like a military woman in my life. That's where I'm gonna probably have to go. I'm probably have to find like a girl in the Marine Corps or something. I feel like they're gonna be the only one I can put up with this level of toxic that I carry.
For those, for those of you,
Nah, Lauren, I don't do girlfriends. I don't even know what that is.
yeah, Sheila Duff, you should totally collect keys, and you should check in with Ralph because,
Looks like my
I don't even
next
know.
thing is I'm collecting keys.
I don't want to read the comments. I do want to read the comments, but I don't.
I
wanna
got
read the
this
comments.
friend. Lauren, I'm telling you, your friend's not ready for this level of toxic.
Oh, she's gonna set you up.
Apparently, she got a friend, but I'm telling you, she is not ready for this. She will be running.
I'm glad Nick the
In
intern
2 weeks,
showed
she gonna
up.
be calling you talking about we can't be friends no more. Can't believe you did that to me. Yeah. Oh, okay. Still guessing. Terminator. That was a good one, Jason.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good
That
one.
was a good one. Terminator. Which one, my brother?
Uh
You gotta put them all in the comments. Hope you can remember them all.
oh. So
He
Nick
on
the,
Google
Nick the
right
intern
now.
finally showed up to comment anonymously. But that's good. I'm glad you're doing it, bud.
Where did he comment anonymously?
It's to win the pair of Jordans. So let's tell people about that so they can do it. So, guys, if you want to win a pair of Jordans that we showed off yesterday,
You want to win one
a
shoe.
single Jordan. You want to win if you want
The
to win
other
a
one
single
goes
Jordan,
to charity
then you got to donate to our
of
stuff.
my choice.
Oh, Scott, did you do that? Scott the super fan actually did all that.
Ooh,
That post?
Scott. Ooh, you've been doing Scott.
No, I wouldn't think that
wrong.
Scott would.
He's-
No, I just didn't. Scott must have
hurt
really
right
paid
now.
attention. No, because
Scott hurt.
it's so like Nick based.
Hey,
I don't
it's all-
understand.
it's
Did
all
Scott,
good.
did you actually
Scott,
post? And
I
make that
believe you
post?
did it, bro.
Did you make that post? Because it's so nice to Nick.
Bro, I believe you did it, Scott.
It's so
I
nice
know
to
you
Nick
did
and
it.
the
I
Jolly
trust
Rogers
you.
Vapor, all that stuff.
You
That's
the
like a
man.
lot of that. You did do that. Oh
You
my
the
God,
man.
Scott.
You the man, Scott. I knew it.
Wow.
See, Mike didn't trust you.
No, I
had
trusted
all the
him.
trust.
I was like,
He clearly did because he was like, "Yo, Nick did. Nick is in the comments finally." Scott,
Finally.
come on, Scott.
Finally.
Don't.
no, I think Nick took the day off. I guess he just.
Scott, he been calling you intern.
That's just because I'm
He
tired.
ain't
I never
been
have
trusting you,
Can I say that Scott's
and
the
you've
only
been
one?
the most loyal to him. I'm
No,
hurt
look-
for you, Scott.
Look, so everyone.
Remember, he called me a assistant. Remember, he called me assistant. He was like, "Yo,
Did I?
yeah, you don't remember that?" And I got up and I had to leave for a little bit. I had to regain myself because
didn't
I
actually call you
realized
assistant. It was something you
it
sort of
was-
took it that way.
it's okay. I look it. No, you said assistant. You said Eric the assistant.
I'm having dreams of Ralph's. Like I wish my.
Hey Scott, I'm right there with you. I'm
I
on
go
your
too.
side. If we have a what's that called? When all the people get together, the labor union.
So
we got a union, Scott. Did
So
we create one? We got to get these
Look,
papers out.
I'm Scott. Scott is such a good.
I'm with the
super
union.
fan.
I'm with Scott.
Everyone needs to go find Scott's fish shop and make sure that you're following it on.
I'm with Scott. Put your fist up if you with Scott.
Give a fist pump for Scott. Scott's amazing. Scott's the hardest working guy on this show. He really is. Scott is more on the ball than either of us on
For
a
real.
daily basis.
Nah, yeah, Scott.
Every day, I pretty much screw up every day. Once in a while, you got a little hiccup, but usually you're fine. But Scott's our
Nah,
rock
be-
on this show.
I be tired because every day I gotta get on camera and I be tired as. Y'all want me to come here and perform in front of y'all every day.
What's up, Fico fam?
Eric, you are here to be. Laura said, I'm just here to be pretty. That's why he brought me on. He called me the assistant, but then he only bringing me on because I'm pretty, huh?
So Heather Marie, he has a fish store. Like he sells live fish.
Lord. I
and
knew
fish
it, Lord.
tanks and
I
stuff.
knew it.
And I forget the name of it. What's Scott's fish? What is it? The fish.
He don't even know the. He don't even know the. He don't even know the store.
I don't know what today is. How am I supposed to remember a store name? What's the name of the store though? You don't know either. That's why.
Who don't know? I know.
What's it called?
It's Nano Tank.
Nice.
Nano Tank.
Nice. You
Nano
got it.
Tank.
Oh, that's awesome. I wasn't even close. I'm like,
Come
it's
on,
called
Scott.
the fish something. It's called the Nano Tank.
Come on, Scott.
Everyone, Scott must be too proud to like post his own links, but go find him. Go find him on Facebook and go find him on Instagram. Scott's awesome. If you think that Scott,
Mike's been having a rough morning.
Put it this way: if you think that Scott takes care of our show, can you imagine how he's going to take care of you as a paying customer? The Nano Tank.
Mike's been having a rough morning, y'all. Give him a break.
I tore apart the tripod. I was like, raw! I totally Incredible Hulked that tripod.
Definitely went Incredible Hulk. He definitely went Incredible Hulk.
I need a tripod sponsor.
Tripod sponsor. Somebody stayed there with 2 legs.
So literally, that camera's like, I don't know how the whole thing hasn't fallen down. Erica, I need one bad. I'm ready to give myself a mohawk. Actually, I'm close. I think I can do it.
Hi, Erica.
I totally. What? Wow. Wow.
What you talking about? Just saying hi, just like I do everybody else in the comments. I was saying hi like I do everybody else in the comments.
That was like you just saw a puppy dog.
Oh my God. What is he talking about, y'all?
Hi, Eric.
I was just
I can't even do it. Oh.
See, look, she said, "Oh, hey." Yeah, see? Yeah, got me all soft.
Well, so Heather,
Mike is funny.
The streams have been going all day. We've been rock solid for once, other than me starting us late.
What the hell?
So by the way, and I think it was Ross or Rose. I'm tired. Somebody in the comments was like, somebody was basically saying that, I don't know if you meant that we had copied his layout or something.
Oh yeah, some dude out in the comments was like, "I see you change the layout
now that
soon as I had my show." Oh, I was like, "Deal!" I was like, "Okay, shots fired." He covered the comments, shots fired. Hey, bro, get back in the comments now. Say it while we on camera. Don't say it while we was talking to somebody and distracted. Say it now, my brother. Hop back in the comments. We don't remember who you was.
So here's what I'll say though.
But we'll find you.
I like that dude's stuff. So if he somehow
just know we got a super fan.
And
that dude, he can find you. He will find you. It had your
he'll
link posted.
He'll link you. He'll link you in
found,
like 3 seconds.
Brother. So just know our stuff.
Yeah,
is
Jay,
better.
I need a haircut bad. I need one like 2 months ago. No, actually,
hold on, Ruben. Hold on now. Hold on. We gonna examine this comment Ruben saying. Mike, you should donate your hair to Eric's beard. So what you saying about my beard, brother? What you saying about my beard, brother? Let me know, Ruben, because we can find you too. You been in the comments a lot, so we got all your information, my brother. We be there and we be knocking at your door in 2 hours after the show. Ain't nothing wrong with my beard. Look, it connect. Kind of like it's a couple hairs right here that help it connect, but you just gotta let it grow. You know, every plant takes time. I'll copy all his.
No, actually, so it's actually a compliment to me though, because I had no idea that he changed his stuff. I look at some of his stuff. I didn't know he actually went live. We've had this design for a few days now, and it was like a late night. My whole system crashed. I had to redo everything.
He was talking mess.
I had to rebuild everything from scratch, and I was up until like 4 a.m. doing it, and I was tired as hell, and I literally just started. I was like, if I have to rebuild the whole thing, I might as well just slap it up, looking a little bit different, making it more like the chat part. The chat part needed to be like more readable for everyone. And you remember before I had like I had like a zombie coming up near Eric's head. I had like chat things floating on top of my head. Like it was.
Oh, thank you,
It was
Ray, and
awful.
we love you
It was
too.
awful. I just needed the time to.
Nah, we know Ruben. We know you. We know you.
Fico fam's a good dude.
Hey, but don't be talking about my beard, bro. We know you. You know it's all love, but hey, don't be talking about my beard, bro. You stay away from that topic. There's plenty of other topics you can talk about. You got chocolate. You can talk about that. You can talk about Mike's tie trick. There's plenty of things to talk about, but the beard ain't finna be on the list of that. I'm just messing with you, Ruben. You know I love you, man.
Yeah, and Erica, I'm gonna play around with some CSS, and so it'll look even better. So it'll the colors will match and stuff. No, I like. In fact, I love that the dude came in and said that. It just pushes me. In fact, going to Beantown yesterday and doing their show with them.
Hey, Erica, I did the
makes me
chat
wanna push
right.
even harder.
You know, when Mike was setting it, I told him he should do it this way. I'm just saying, just in case you wanted to know, I was helping Mike with the chat thing, and then I told him, I was like, look, if you do it like this, it'll look better. And then he set it up, so now it looked better. So
Also,
I'm
Eric,
glad you said that, you know.
He wants you to know that he likes long, socially distant walks on the beach, too.
What? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Social distance walk? Well, I'm not walking nowhere outside. It's cold. See, I bet you did. See, I knew she knew. Yes.
Yeah, we're trying to. I don't know. I'm just trying to mix it up. And this was just. I didn't even want it to be all red and all this other stuff.
I just said, I'll talk about your sexy beard anytime I want, as long as it's nice.
She'll keep her distance. So Erica, I didn't get any of your videos up yet, but Erica's y'all. Erica, do you put your videos up on Instagram too, or is it just Facebook?
Why does she do that on Disruptive?
She should. No, I asked her. I actually asked Erica this morning if I could start playing her videos
That'd be
on
dope.
here. And actually, so Erica didn't really want to be on the show because I've asked her a few times, and she's just like, "Yeah, thank you, Fico fam. I finally." I'm gonna change it up even a little bit more since somebody obviously thinks I'm just copying their stuff.
Well, I'll ask Erica if she wants to be on the show. Maybe
You
she'll
should.
change her mind.
Maybe this is you doing it right now.
Maybe she'll change her mind. Hey, Erica, would you like to come on the show sometime? We'd love to hear what you got to say.
And I wanted her to play her bass. But I'm gonna play you guys. So probably tomorrow I'll play you guys some of Erica's videos on the show.
None of my payment. I don't fix his tax pro. What does that mean?
Oh, slide up into the DMs.
We'll have a good show, Erica. It'll be fun. You can teach me how to play the guitar because I don't know how to play it, and my hands is big.
Imagine if you guys started your own band.
Oh yeah,
That'd be cool. What instrument do you want to play though?
I'll be a drummer.
Yeah?
Drums. Yeah, I couldn't do the guitar and stuff. Cause then I want to like smash my guitar and stuff. I'll be that type.
Plus
of
you got
dude.
like giant hands with a little tiny like.
Why wouldn't I want to smash my guitar if I'm like playing it and I'm going crazy and the crowd's going crazy? I just yeah.
Well, you can do that with
That'd
your
be
drums
me.
too. You can fuck your drums up too.
Well, you
Drummers do
really.
that all
I'm
the
not gonna break
Kick
a
'em
whole
kick
drum
'em over?
set. That's kind of crazy.
Well, when you have a drum sponsor, then you get new drums, right? Every time, every show.
Yeah.
No, Erica, we know you're fun. That's why I've wanted you on the show for a while, but you were just.
Yeah, we
so,
all. Of course, I've been begging.
can I tell you something? So it was
I've been begging Mike to ask you because I was a little nervous at first, but now I'm not so nervous. So I'll ask you.
he like day 3, I was like, "Hey, Erica, we have a show. Would you like to come on?" She's like, "I'm pretty busy." She was just like, yeah, with the pandemic and stuff, I'm pretty busy. And then I'm watching her like make bass videos and stuff, which are awesome, by the way. Like, I don't expect you to come on this show instead of making a bass video, but
Mike was hurt.
no, I wasn't hurt. I was just like, there were some people that were just like,
Heather
don't cut
calling
time,
you out.
whatever you think.
Heather calling you out. For
I have
that
been swearing a little bit today, huh?
Watch your mouth.
No, there's definitely
Before I wash your mouth out with soap.
there's definitely
If your mama said that,
Who needs a
if
big
your
hair
mama
wig,
said
Eric
that
or
to
me?
you, if your mama
yeah.
said that to you, you was bad. If your mama said she was gonna wash your mouth out with soap, you was bad. If you didn't hear that, then you wasn't that bad.
So I like to give the people what they want, and everyone's saying that we should bring FecoFam on, so I think we should bring FecoFam on. Erica, we go 7 days a week. You're not working every day.
Damn. Mike, you better stop talking to her like that. I don't know who you talking to, bro. You don't be talking to people like that in the comments, bro.
You know what I think we should do? Erica, if you're open to it, we should pick if weekends are better for you, let's pick a weekend day, and let's do the show live from...
Laura, what color hair wig should I get?
Let's have publicly accessible brunch. Whatever.
What color hair wig should I get, Laura? I'll buy one, and I'll do a whole show.
Come out here and eat brunch with us during the show.
I'll do a whole show with a hair wig on. For charity. Yeah, I'm not doing it for... Because people going to be taking pictures. They going to have them forever. So there's gonna be pictures out there forever.
Everyone, this is your last chance to enter the contest. Today's contest for Infused Jam. We're giving away Infused Jam. Ava,
and the first...
Erica,
hint was...
Erica, you're booked. You just tell us what day.
You make breakfast. What?
She'll make breakfast, and then we'll do. Scott's like, I don't know this. I don't know who this Erica is, but she better not be coming with breakfast.
I don't know, Scotty. Too hot. You got some competition.
Clean.
I don't know. I think I might prefer Erica to make our breakfast than you. I'm just saying. You my guy, Scott. Now I got your back anytime, but. Erica breakfast looking mighty better.
Oh shit. Okay, so move. I know what's coming on, but moving right along. We love all of you guys.
Yo,
we appreciate all of you watching.
You guys know, like, we do this for entertainment purposes. Like, me acting like this is all for entertainment purposes. Is to keep you guys entertaining. I don't act like this all day, every day. Believe me, this is for the 2 hours of show that I'm on. I am a very quiet person. So please don't approach me in person thinking that I'm going to be cracking jokes like this. Because I just play circus tiger for y'all right now. That's all I'm doing. I'm just a circus tiger jumping through hoops and stuff. But best believe if you come in my cage, I'm biting your ass. All right? So don't play that.
I'm
just playing. I love y'all. I'm kind of funny in person sometimes. Depends on how high I am.
So we love all of you equally. We appreciate all of you watching.
I'm gonna get a wig. I'm gonna really get a wig, and I'm gonna do it for charity. It's gonna be a 80s hair band big.
It's time for me to take this tie off.
What?
Oh, we gotta pick the winner first.
Okay, Mike, gonna take the tie off. You got me to see the trick.
Is Scott sending you D-pics?
Did you get the? Yeah, I seen it, Scott.
Oh, is that the picture of who won?
No, it's the picture of when you zoomed in on my face.
Oh. Scott's good at that. Scott's good at grabbing good green grabs.
Oh, there's me, Melissa. She missed it earlier.
Melissa,
you just got in because we was smacking in a thing earlier, and we was doing it on purpose to attract you.
Yeah, Eric. That's
work.
how he knew that you weren't here, is because he was making loud food noises for you, and you didn't say anything, so we knew you weren't here.
But guess what she got on? For the tie trick. That mess is funny. Boy, we gotta get some t-shirts made.
Spider sense got tingly.
We gotta get some t-shirts made that say tie trick, and then they got like a tie going down the middle. That'd be tight, yo. Oh yeah, you gonna have a fan crew. They all gonna be wearing. It's gonna say. That'd be funny, yo. Ooh, we got some good ideas coming soon. Quarantine ideas then kicked off. Oh man. But yeah, the winner. So today's winner is JT. My dog Jason.
You know what? I'm really happy that Jason Trentholm won today.
He was the first one to call it. I seen him write it super early, and I was mad because he did it.
He got it right away. No, I knew he would.
But it was iRobot.
Yep.
It was
iRobot.
That is not my favorite movie, but it's my favorite movie in the present time. I did like the idea. I did like the. It kind of made me think like, damn,
Right?
this could
The
be.
Three Laws of Robotics,
This
which, by the
could
way,
be
is my
a
favorite book.
honest
That's
thing.
that whole Isaac Asimov thing, and that whole series of books is around the Three Laws of Robotics, and the idea of like it's. I mean, it's just supposed to be like if you make a robot that can think on its own,
Yep.
at what point does it mess
How
you
far
up?
is it
At what
to?
point will it mess you up? And even when you tell it to like, hey, the first rule is you don't hurt humans, they find loopholes.
Yeah.
They find some
That's
loopholes.
That's the whole thing.
Right?
And so that's what the big robot did. She was like, the way to protect everybody is to lock y'all up in cages
Mm-hmm.
and keep y'all organized, because all y'all do is kill each other and destroy the planet and do all this bad stuff. And so it was like the only way to keep that from happening is to keep all you guys locked up.
Uh-oh.
Now everybody's protected.
Laura Lee's questioning if Jay said it first.
Yeah, he said it first. Lori, I seen you say it. I know you're upset. I know you are. I know it, Lori. I see it in the message. You took your time to put R and then capital U and then sure, lowercase sure, and then capital he, and then lowercase said and it, and then capital first. So I understand your pain. That takes a lot of time to do, to hit that cap button twice and then then undo it and then do it again. So yeah, I feel your pain.
She wanted to be very clear.
Scott the super fan made sure that it was JT first. I promise.
Scott just doesn't like to be in the middle of it anymore.
And Scott said that's one reason why I hate these contests. Okay, Scott, what you gonna do? Fight us? What you gonna do about it?
Scott just thinks we make him do the dirty work.
What you gonna do, Scott? You know where we stay. You been here before. Come do it on camera.
And bring breakfast.
Come do it in front of everybody. Give us a reason.
Because that was delicious.
Give us a reason to tell.
Just so y'all know, you need to be nice to Scott. Because Scott was suggesting we only have contests one day a week.
Man. So all the people that's winning, you better make sure you send Scott a nice little message.
Yeah, everyone show Scott some love in the comments. Tell him you appreciate him and make sure you follow the Nano Tank.
Just put Scotty Too Hottie in the comments. Put Scotty and then the number 2 and then a flame to make Scott feel loved. Because he's the only reason why y'all get to see all the tags. If y'all want to follow somebody, if y'all want to see what they up to, if you want to see anything about them on social media, Scott makes sure that happens, because all we do is sit up here and talk and bullshit. Party.
Wait, what's for sale?
And party.
Oh, so no, Rebecca, you should just message Averill is who you should do. Because they're like, the town of Westport's not being cool about people who aren't from Westport.
Yeah, go ahead, drive. Actually, let her drive through Westport. Just know if you get caught, just know yourself. The first thing gonna happen is your cell phone service gonna go out, because you driving in a third world city when it comes to cell phone service. So you go through Westport, you're gonna be mad because you ain't gonna have your phone, and you gonna get stopped. And when you pull up to the farm, we gonna come after you because we don't know you at first. And then you gonna be like, oh, I'm Rebecca. Then we're gonna be like, all right, you probably cool. And then we'll have to determine from there if Averill and Nate say it's okay.
Like,
they keep security on the
Street, then turn left.
oh, you're scratching, huh?
Hey, shit, I ain't put no lotion on my back today. So I can reach like certain parts of my back because my arms and stuff and how long my torso is and just like the flexibility I don't got. So I can't reach all the parts of my back when I'm putting lotion on. That's what happens when you single.
Just as a reminder to people that might still actually be watching this, we go live every day at 10 a.m.
I can't put lotion on a part of the back of my back that I needed. because I
Anyone?
can't reach
He
it.
needs a lotion bag sponsor. He needs a.
A lotion back
So
sponsor.
Laura Lee, Averill makes the jam. She's an award-winning jam maker.
no.
She won the award at the Harvest Cup for Best CBD Edible, which happened to be her jam infused with CBD. This jam is infused with...
Hell no, Ruben. I knew somebody was gonna say it. Why it had to be you, Ruben? No, Mike's not rubbing lotion on my back.
Oh, is that what he meant?
That's why you got dude.
We're gonna be like that. Ava Landry. So contact her. You can also contact Healthy Futures Farms. Averill, Nate is her.
Where are my tie tricks, Mike?
So Heather, there's more of us all over the place because we don't go to just one page. We go to like a bunch of pages. I got you a tricks.
Silly rabbit tricks are for kids.
But tie tricks are from Melissa.
Whoa. All right, now y'all getting Mike into this character. All right, we all got
Not real.
characters now. When Mike start really running with this character, because y'all keep egging him on with this tie trick stuff, don't be surprised.
You know what happened is
We come out with merch and we got all.
I banned a couple of Nazis on Twitch, and now we have like nobody watching on Twitch anymore. I wonder what happened to Johnny
Well, of course,
Two
why wouldn't-
Socks. Was that his name, Johnny Two Socks?
His homies probably seen him.
His Nazi friends were like,
Yo, we see you commenting. What the fuck?
beat him down. He's missing now. Johnny
Hey,
Two
now
Socks.
I'm for it. All
Pouring
right.
out for our homie Johnny Two Socks. We really appreciate all you guys coming every day. We had a really
Hey,
good show
Rebecca,
today.
where's Amanda at?
We have a.
Where's Amanda? Why
Yeah,
is
where's
she
Amanda,
not-
Rebecca?
She just win one time and then disappear again? That's cool. That's cool.
You hope they come back, but you know.
You don't have to come back.
So
Take your jam. and
tomorrow we
leave.
have John Griffin on. For those of you who don't remember, John Griffin is from the Three Letter Network. He's actually going to show us some amazing car stuff, like the most powerful Land
Which
Rover
three-letter
Defender in
network?
existence, and also a Mustang that they did a Coyote swap on. Wednesday is, as always, the lovely Nurse Cheryl. And also Jody Chapin, Green Nurse on the Grill. Thursday, we're starting a new segment with Vanessa Paradise.
You gotta wonder why. You gotta wonder how and why.
Johnny One Sneaker.
Why
After
did you
taxes.
give me
After
that?
taxes, his name is Johnny One Sneaker.
You mean Johnny Two Socks?
Johnny
One sock.
Johnny One Sock.
This is sneaker.
Well, because if he wins the contest, he's only going to win one sneaker.
Yeah, exactly. Johnny One Sneaker. Johnny.
So for everyone who's wondering, yeah, we're giving away Bear sneakers.
That was an awkward
Thanks to Nick.
quiet.
No, because I was reading the thing. But that's all good. I wonder, I think...
It's all good in the neighborhood.
We really love and appreciate all of you guys, especially those of you that for some reason are still...
Congratulations to my dog
Watching this.
JT.
Yeah, Jay is the big winner today. Jay, you're close enough that we'll hook it up so that they don't have to mail. Yeah, you guys actually live close to each other. Story of video game streaming site Twitch. I almost went to work for Twitch. I had an interview there. I had a buddy who worked there too.
Johnny One Sneakers. What time is it?
It's time for us to go. Also, I just want to remind everyone that we have Grant
Yeah,
Smith.
I heard
we have
that.
Grant Smith that comes back every Saturday. Grant Smith. I can only say that twice in a row. On Saturdays. Goldie Piff is going to be coming back on soon. She's just Got to brace yourself. Every Saturday we have Beantown Greentown doing a segment on our show having to do with genetics, but every Sunday they do their own show, which you guys saw yesterday. Rick Naya goes live every Thursday at 8 to 9:30. He'll be having his next show coming up this week. We're having I have chefs that I'm booking to come back on. I have Shailene Title. Oh my God, Shailene Title is going to come on Sunday, and no, she's just my favorite. That's all. No, I don't know. No, I'm a big
Every time you
Shailene.
say Shailene's name,
I'm
boy,
a Shailene
you be
fan.
taking deep
And
breaths.
guess who else we're going to have on? You know who. You know who else we're going to have on?
Who was that?
Come
Who
on,
is
you
that?
know, you know.
I don't know who you talking about. I don't know. Is
Chanel,
it Erica?
Chanel Lindsay? Ooh.
You got some. I mean, you got some lovely ladies in the cannabis industry. You know, that's just how it is. You know, beautiful women smoke weed.
I'm gonna have a sip of elderberry juice before we go. So we have another flat Earth fellow that would like to come on if you guys are interested in that.
Another one?
Well, we
You
do
mean
shows
there's two?
we do shows every day. So after a while, you know, I think that was like a couple of weeks ago that we had Mark Sargent on. And we've had some offers from other ones to come on. We definitely want Fico. You want to sip first? You can take a sip first. Here, use your spoon. Here, I'm going to tilt it a little bit. Careful, it's going to spill.
Oh.
It's good. It's sweet. It's sweet, isn't it?
It's a very weird.
Oh, yeah, I
taste.
can't drink that. No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, like, damn, yeah,
No, you know what it smells like the stuff at Christmas that I don't want to eat. Like when you go to like somebody's fancy Christmas dinner, really fancy, and there's stuff out that you're like, there's no way, I don't want to eat that. There's stuff in it, right? There's like fucking berries and shit, people putting berries and shit that you don't want to eat. That's what this smells like. It smells like Christmas food I don't want to eat, but it's good.
How are you?
But it does smell weird.
Awesome. How you feeling?
It tastes so much better than it smells.
Okay.
Anyway. Were you getting that elderberry shiver?
Yeah, that stuff is funny tasting to me.
Finalizing the show, and they're just gonna, probably start off with a thank you to me.
So Ralph has still been watching us on the Zoom while he comes
Ralph
in there.
just been staring at
But
us.
he's still at the and somebody's giving him crap right now. They're like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm just still hanging out in the show." Actually,
Leave him
Jay,
alone.
I have old kielbasa in the fridge, so maybe I'm gonna turn you veggie again. So I think that's we're sorry we went late. I blame Chris
You
Almeida.
know
I'm just
what that means. Mike is ready to go, and so is me. We don't want to talk to y'all no more. So, this is the end of the stream, and the end of the show. Peace.